Are you looking for some makeup holy grails? That's what I thought. Make sure you stick through the entire video so you don't miss one product that is my essentials for 2024. Howdy, hey, I'm Conway Titty, and I look like a cow thrup everywhere. It's giving dairy core. It's giving I'm going to go milk the cows at 8 a.m. and to the club at 8 p.m. Well, let's just not talk about the outfit because it also matches my cow print chair, also my cow print water bottle, and my Wrangler cow print purse, and my cow print headphones, and my cow print desk setup. I like cow print. I think it's cute. If you think it's tacky, not for you, it's for me, all right? You're obviously on this video because you want to know the essentials in my makeup collection. Like I said in my very first video when we started doing YouTube, again, I explained that back in 2016 through 2018 era, I did a lot of makeup reviews and makeup videos. I always had one of the new products coming out, constantly doing brand reviews on everything. And when I tell you I have worn practically everything, whether it's high-end or drugstore, I've worn it. Or I've watched enough videos and reviews to know, is it really worth it, or are these people really getting paid to say that it's amazing? And we know in this day and age, it seems like we really truly want the authenticity of wearing a product and knowing that it's one, gonna actually work for X amount of hours that you need to have it on, and two, that we're not just buying into some shit ass product that also is not gonna last for X amount of time. With these products, I've listed a lot of them I've been wearing for years. I'm talking like since 2016 when there was a giant push for makeup brands and everything else. I've also been wearing makeup since the inception of some of these brands. I am not paid to do so. I am not inclined to do so. I am not any way, shape, or form gaining monetary value from these companies to promote and share with you guys. I think that is very important, and make that a little disclaimer here, just so you know that this is a real, genuine essentials that I believe everyone should have. I tried to kind of include everything from base to foundation to eyeshadow to lashes, basically everything that I wear continuously. As with this look, it's fairly a light makeup day for me. I did not use my full face is what I call it, where I use like liquid foundation, really heavy setting sprays and everything, because I'm about to go wipe this all off and take a shower anyways, because my hair needs to be washed and I'm feeling stonky, a little bit stinky, all right? It's shower day, you know what I mean? But I was like, okay, before I go wash my hair and cleanse myself, I want to make sure I put on a face real quickly so I can film this YouTube video and get it done without feeling like I just cleansed my entire body to put more product on my face just to take it off and not feel as clean. I don't know. It's kind of my autism at that. It's the logic behind it of I have to do this to do this. Otherwise it feels like I'm not doing this. I don't know. Anyways, let's dive into, I made a little box. I have like drawers of makeup, a lot that I use in rotation, not necessarily daily, but when I would wear makeup daily, every product I have in my makeup collection now, especially since I moved, is thoroughly used. And that's why I'm excited to share this with you guys, because it's not gonna be something you buy and then be like, nah, I don't like it. If you don't like it, that's fine, but it's mainly gonna be I don't use that. So like I said, I wanted to give you my essentials to what I think is crucial to a good routine. So let's start off with the thing that's on top. If you don't use makeup brushes, please go buy a cheap set off Amazon or at your local drugstore, wherever you feel like. Just make sure you do have makeup brushes. We're not really using our hands in 2024, okay? No matter how much you clean your hands, there's still bacteria and oils, and it can mess up the blending, the foundation, the layers, blah, 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 blah. All right. Also, disclaimer, I am not a dermatologist, esthetician, makeup artist, nothing like this. These are me and my opinions. I feel like I have to say that and almost forgot. Anyways, to cleanse your makeup brushes, you should always be, like, let's be real, washing your makeup brushes frequently. I know we all forget and we're lazy pieces of shit, super lazy pieces of shit, and just forget to wash your makeup brushes and give them a bath, etc. This is the Clinique makeup brush cleaner. It comes in handy, especially when you're kind of using your brush on the daily, or you're like, fuck, I don't have time to hurry up and go clean them, then wait for them to dry, blah, 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 blah. So what you do, you take you spray it on your brush, you take your brush and you just rub it on a towel, not a paper towel, but like a fabric towel, and you just rub your brush, and this will take all of the product out of your makeup brushes. Especially with me, I have favorite makeup brushes. I'm sure you do too. You have your favorites. And then when you're like using eyeshadow ones and you're like, oh, I don't really have another eyeshadow brush to use, spray this on it. It cleans out all the pigment, and then it's literally dries in like 30 seconds. It's insane. I have been using this for years now, probably going on 10 years. This is absolutely essential to your collection. The next thing on my essentials list is I want to talk about primer and foundations. No matter what foundation you use, whether it's a powder foundation, kind of like what I have on today, I am using my powder foundation routine. There is no liquid foundation on my face at all, just powder, okay? Whether you're using powder or liquid or paste or paint or whatever you use on your face, it is very important to make sure you have a primer on. It's just like painting a wall. You want to make sure that paint sticks to your mug, all right? What I believe is I've tried all the primers on the market. There is some that are just horrendous and they're high end. There's some that are drugstore and they're horrendous. There's some that are drugstore and good, and then there's some that are high end and good. You know, there's so many levels to all of it, all right? When it comes to primer, I highly recommend whatever brand of makeup you are using for your foundation, you just go ahead and get that primer, or at least the ingredients together. You want to pair silicone with a silicone-based primer and a silicone-based foundation, a water-based primer and a water-based foundation. If you layer them, it's going to, one, not help your longevity of if you're wearing your makeup for hours. I always feel like when I put my face on, I need it to last more than 24 hours. I don't know why, but I've always been that girly. I'm a full face girly. Even with my powder, it's still there, all right? So you want to pair whatever brand. So let's get into it. I have used Fenty Beauty foundation since Rihanna fucking created Fenty Beauty. When I tell you this is the best foundation I have ever used in my entire life, like I said, I've used so many high-end and so many drugstore. This is worth every single penny, period. Like, I cannot praise it enough. I love it so much. I also have the powder foundation form, which is what I'm wearing today when I'm going for more lighter days, or I'm just in a hurry to put my face on and I don't have, 45 minutes to an hour to put on my liquid form and do it all set up, or I'm not going out for the night. If it's a quick makeup day, powder foundation, okay? So let's start with the primer first. The Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer in Soft Matte. I have very, very oily skin, and I always have all the way throughout high school and middle school when I was starting to dabble in makeup, and then throughout adulthood, my face has been so oily. This is a fucking chef's kiss. They have ones that aren't matte. You can look up on Fenty Beauty's website. All right, cool. But this is what I use, the soft matte one. Then I pair it with the Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Liquid Foundation. I also cannot rave about this enough. These two combos, like I said, I've been wearing since 2016. 2016, 2017, whenever Rihanna came out with the Fenty Beauty, okay? Whenever these came out, I could not stop using it, and I have not, to this day, used any other foundation, because no matter what I've tried or whatever's came out, it's not the same. When you have this on, it is so lightweight, even if you're doing like full face drag glam, if you're doing really heavy artistic makeup, or if you're doing a super light touch, it feels like you have nothing on at all. Like, at all. And that's what absolutely blows my mind, is the fact that it feels so just airless on your skin. And it is long wear. It is sweat proof. I have gone to clubs in this. I have done some shagging in it. I have given the Glock 9000 and it stayed. It is the foundation. It is the foundation. And nowadays they have ones for all types of skin tones, and the range, the color shade is amazing. They have it for different skin types, whether you're oily, combination, dry, they have the liquid foundation for you, okay? And then moving on to the powder form, which is like crazy here, okay? You can see I've already hit pan, and I've gone through like probably more than 10 of these throughout it coming out. This is perfect for, like I said, the quick days when you really like, if you're gonna wear this for a daily wear, or you're just going to a job where you're not really like trying to impress people, or you're just trying to throw on a quick glam and it not be crazy. This is amazing. Also paired with the flat brush that goes along with this. Highly recommend also getting the brush that goes with it. It worked. It's soft. It feels great. You can smudge, you can wipe. It comes off super easy when you want it to come off, not like if you're trying to come off. But it feels, this is a very natural finish as well. When I do my full glam with liquid, you can tell, I mean, you can tell I'm wearing makeup because obviously I'm doing it so you know I wear makeup, but it still blends so well and it's so beautiful. But if you're not into the liquid or the full face, highly recommend the powder. Moving on to something to set the powder form, I forgot to grab it, but it is the Coty Airspun talc-free translucent extra cover powder. That is what I use and have been using since 2016, since I was well before in high school, like 2010, okay? That is a drag queen secret. Now has started and has been talc-free for a while now. And it did have talc and it can cause lungs, so you just hold your breath and pat it on. That's what I used to do. And now that they actually have talc-free forms of it, I just pout it all over my face. And I mean, I am like Jinx Monsoon, patting that shit, closing my eyes like this, getting that powder on my face to make sure that this liquid foundation sets. With any liquid foundation you use, highly recommend that, especially since you want something to last and sit and be there and be ready for pictures and sweating and just anything you're doing, that, okay? And before we dive into kind of the rest, let's talk about setting sprays and setting powder, or not setting sprays, but just setting sprays. All right, let's talk about setting sprays. I have used the Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray for as long as I can remember because it was the shit to use. I have recently, as of like a year ago, transitioned out of using the Urban Decay. One, it's gotten so expensive. Two, the amount of alcohol in it is just bleh. It didn't feel like it was as good as it was when it first came out, in my opinion. That's just like what I think. I have switched between the Morphe spray, which works pretty well, but I still don't think it holds for as long as I want, or holds in all my elements and basically waterproof face pretty much. And then I started using, ignore my dirty bottles, the Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist from e.l.f. because one, it's cheap. I use the green bottle one. But two, it is so nice on the skin. I like to spray this on before I do my face. And then I put my lotion on or whatever, moisturizer on. Then I spray it again. Then I put my primer on and then spray one more time before I put my foundation on. That gives you layers. It makes your makeup stay on quicker. It makes everything more blendable. Use that. Then, ever since Patrick Starr came out with the one size, I finally got my hands on this in November. I got it as a Christmas present from my partner, Stony. It was sold out everywhere. These are really hard to get nowadays. This is the Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. I absolutely love this. I think this works way better than the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. You're getting a lot more volume for the price as well. If you're looking for something a little bit more longevity, if you're wearing like an artistic look, or just your beat makeup for a club and you want to be looking good still till like 5 a.m., this is 100% what you can use. But pairing these together is absolutely amazing. First of all, I do like the spray. The smell of it is a little weird. I mean, it does feel like I'm putting like hairspray on my face, which is like how everyone used to do it in the day to keep their face looking great, but it's still an amazing product and lasts a really long time. All right, so now that we got the primer, the base, all of that, let's move on to contour, bronzes, and blushes. I am not a cream contour girly. I really want to like get into creams, but since I have such an oily face and I use so much powder on top, I believe just putting the powder on top of powder is just, it blends way better. You're not getting too much in one spot. You can, you know, just layer it, and I love that. So I'm not a cream person. I've used them in the past. They're not for me. especially when, like I said, I'm doing lots of powder. Let's start off with a bronzer, contour, whatever you want to call it. I know they're different, but bronzer, I use the same as a contour. It works for me. This is the Kimchi in the very lightest shade that she has. 1, basically. I have a 3 as well, but this is the bronzer. I do enjoy this on my skin. It's a very great price, by the way. I mean, the color's not going to be on camera as it is in person. Whatever. There is a huge difference. I used to use the Benefit Hoola bronzer, which I still do. I use the regular Hoola bronzer and Hoola Light, which sometimes if you use too much of the Hoola bronzer, it gets too orange for me, and then the light is a little too light. So I like to throw this in on the face, which is, yep, looking nice. Use this today. Use it quite often. It's affordable. All of Kimchi Beauty's products are affordable, and they're drag queen makeup in a sense. Like, they're made by a drag queen, so you know it's gonna be fucking good. Followed up by 2 of my favorite blushes that I have in rotation. Now, I have gone through so many blushes as well. So many Benefit blushes, so many Wet n Wild blushes, LA Girl or Color Girl, Too Faced. Like, I have been through all the palettes and everything, and these are the ones that I am just obsessed with and I think you need to have. First off is the Kimchi and Trixie Mattel collab. It's so cute. One, they're hearts, which is adorable, but it also has a light and darker pink, which when you put them together are fucking amazing. So can't recommend that enough. Then we have one of my favorite brands that I've used since their inception, Juvia's Place. This is the Blushed Rogue. I think this is 3. I don't know. It's the orange one. Since I am so pale, the orange really helps brighten up and kind of bring a more spring flushed look to my face, because with all the powders and foundations that I wear, you have to add color back, especially being such a pale person. That was something that for years would get made fun of throughout middle school and high school and my adult life. People were always like, oh, you're too pale, your skin's so pale, blah, blah, blah. And I was never really into not putting blush on my face. Like, I have always been a blush girly. So these 2 are amazing to have. They have tons of different colors in this as well, and as well as the Kimchi and Trixie Mattel collab. Kimchi also has really good blushes. Juvia's Place. Amazing. Can't talk about them enough. Once I have my foundation on, the contour, the blush, I move on to highlighter, and I also do my highlighter at the end. I've used everything from Champagne Pop to anything really that was Anastasia Beverly Hills, Glow Kits, to really cheap Wet n Wild dollar highlighters, elf highlighters. And then I found this on TikTok. My Spanish is really, really, really bad. Like, really bad. I'll insert a picture or put the title here. I think it's like $7. It is ginormous, okay? It is just basically powdered highlighter on steroids. It is so crazy intense, just a magic color shimmer. This is technically what it is. Absolutely love. I cannot stress it enough. Highly recommend this product. My brain cannot read these words because I'm stupid. So if you need something in your collection that's a highlighter, this. One thing I also kind of forgot to preface is before even putting anything on, I highly recommend getting these. These are like eyebrow shavers. I have a lot of peach fuzz. I have a mustache. My eyebrows grow sometimes, not really, so I have to draw them on. If you use this and dermaplane your face before putting on makeup, you don't gotta do it every single time, but like once or twice a week, your makeup application will be so smooth, will be just buttery soft. Your skin will be getting rid of the dead skin cells as well. So if you can, just use one of these eyebrow shapers. I also use it to shape my eyebrows at the ends because I like my arches different, and okay, that. Onto eyebrows. I know the like natural brow is really, really, really in nowadays, which is totally fine. And it makes a lot of sense. Like, obviously, that's definitely like a Gen Z thing of more of a natural look. They're not really leaning into like cake face anymore. Finding something good for your eyebrows is crucial. I do not have eyebrows at all. They are very thin. It's just a genetic thing. All the women in my family don't have thick eyebrows at all. We don't have that gene. So I shave off half my eyebrows anyways because the tail end arches down too much. But to get my eyebrows to have a more natural, fluffy feel to them, to where it looks like I have eyebrows, I use the Got To Be Glue eyebrow wand. The actual like eyebrow wand. This is new. This is very new. This has not been out. Most people just use the Got To Be Glue spray for hair, wigs, and eyebrows, mustaches, anything you can think of. People have used it since the fucking 90s, okay? But it became a huge trend to find waxes to keep your eyebrows. So people were using soap to keep their eyebrows fluffy and up. People were using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Gel, the e.l.f. Clear Gel. This is amazing when you don't want to have to get your big bottle out and spray it and then rub it and then wipe it on and make it like layered. Highly recommend this. I know if you're putting your eyebrows like down to cover them up, glue stick and powder, but just to fluff them up and shape them, the Got To Be Glue eyebrow stick, gel, wand, whatever you want to call this. Moving on to the eyes. I have an endless amount of eyeshadow palettes I could recommend. There's a bajillion in the world. There are so many that I use, but one that is heavily in my dear heart, and I love this company so much, is the Prados Beauty, if you can see it, okay? This is their Matriarch palette. It has a range of all different colors, which is why I think this is such a go-to to wear and bring every day with you, because you're like, I don't know what I'm feeling. There's one of something here. They also have like 2 or 3 other palettes. Obviously, this one's been used quite a bit. I use the black a lot because it's so rich black. It is just a nice dark black color, which is hard to get because some of them, the pigment falls out or it's like a gray, but this is great. But anyways, Prados Beauty, 100% love. They are completely 100% indigenous owned, also women owned, so you get a twofer for that. All of their products are also in a decently affordable range for a giant eyeshadow palette like this. I cannot recommend them enough. If you're gonna get any eyeshadow palette, please make sure you are supporting small businesses as well. So Prados Beauty, I love you guys. This is the palette, okay? Got like a handful of stuff now for finishing touches with the eyelashes, okay? You got your whole face on and you're like, I don't know how to do my lashes. Lashes scare me. Mascara is a lot. I get it. I have spent years perfecting how to put on false lashes correctly. I will be making a YouTube video on that specifically of just putting on false lashes, so you guys would a tip. If you want to see that, comment down below that you want to see it, okay? Gonna do it anyways, but just engagement. Let's go. For my mascara, I've gone through a gazillion mascara brands and tubes and anything you can think of under the sun. I've gone through it, okay? Right now, I've been using the e.l.f. Big Mood Waterproof Mascara. I will always and forever use a waterproof mascara. One, because it will not, when you're blinking or you're rubbing your eyes, it's not gonna fucking get all over that. When you cry, it's not gonna get everywhere because I cry and I'm a big ball baby all of the time. So if you wanna have a nice little sob, it's not gonna go anywhere. If you wanna put it on for the pool and jump in the pool, it's not gonna go anywhere. The only time it's gonna come off is by physically using a cleanser or makeup wipe or balm or cream to get off of your face. Okay, that's the only time that it's going to get off. I've used tons of other benefit and high-end mascaras. I don't think any of the high-end mascaras are worth it. That's just my opinion. Honestly, really any drugstore mascara that is waterproof, and whether you use brown or black or the blackest black, I use the blackest black possible. These really separate my lashes. It makes it to where it doesn't feel clumpy or spider-like. It's a very nice even. I have it on my face today. I'm not wearing false lashes, just my real natural lashes. I thoroughly recommend e.l.f. mascaras. You can also use Maybelline or L'Oreal. Those are kind of my top 3. Any waterproof versions are really lovely. Sometimes I like to double layer mascaras where you get one that has like a big separation brush and then you have like another one that has a volume brush and then you put that on and then like layer and it makes your eyes just even better. But let's move on to the false lashes. First things first, I do not wear eyelash extensions. For me, I don't like the way eyelash extensions look. If you like eyelash extensions, good on you. I think they look way more fake than natural lashes or false lashes, no matter how good of a eyelash person you are. There's no hate to you. That is just my opinion. Sorry, eyelash extension girlies. I don't like it. I also don't like the concept of it being on my eye constantly and I can't just remove them when I want to. I don't like having to dry them and fluff them and do all of that stuff. My eyes physically can't handle it. I have such sensitive eyes. I just can't get along and dive into it. I really can't. I do apologize for it. Get yourself an eyelash case. You can get them on Amazon in packs of 2. Okay? These are eyelashes I have been using for like months now because they're such, I mean, like I switch them out, obviously. I don't use them for like years. When they start getting gunky and yucky, I'll throw them away because I just like to reuse as much eyelashes as I can. Carries like maybe 3 or 4 lashes. I like to keep this with me for traveling purposes. It really helps when you're like traveling and you're trying to rip off your lashes and you're trying to find some place to put them and you don't want to put them in like a dusty hotel or keep them on a paper towel. These are your go-to. They keep them closed, dusty, safe. I have like literally 4 different pairs of lashes in here and they're all by the same company, which we'll get into in just a minute. Next thing I think is an essential for your false lashes is a pair of scissors. You will not buy a pair of false lashes and they're automatically gonna fit your face because it's a one-size-fit-all. It's not a one-size-fit-all. You're going to have to cut them and shape them for your eye shape. Don't want them to be overly stabbing your inner corner of your eyes. And even if they fit you perfectly, you need to be cutting off the tiniest bit from the end and the inner corner, both corners, front and back. You need to be cutting the ends off because they're just going to stab you in the eye, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like I said, I'll do a full depth into it whenever I do my eyelash tutorial and show you guys how to do that. There's just a lot of reasons why you do that. So a good pair of little tiny scissors and an eyelash case, essential. Next, before we even talk about eyelashes, let's talk about the glue to use. I don't know how many people use the Ardell black fucking eye glue. It's trash. It's awful. Even if you get a clear one, it's awful. That is the worst eye glue I have ever used in my entire life. Like, I cannot, for the life of me, understand why y'all, like, most big beauty gurus are like, I use the Ardell eye glue. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why? It's, one, so messy. It is not made for sensitive eyes. Even if you get the sensitive eye one, it's not made for it. It's so bad. It's just gunky and you can still see it. It's not as seamless. Don't recommend that one. What I do recommend, especially if you have sensitive eyes or if you don't have sensitive eyes at all, what I recommend is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe in Clear. I have like 40 of these just laying around. Some are used and need to be thrown away. Some are brand new and some are like right in the middle of on their end, okay? This is the lash glue I have been using for over a decade. I will not use any other one because I have not found any that are better than this. This is what you need. When I tell you, when you're also putting your lashes on, put some good coat on it, then sit for a minute and let each eyelash set and become tacky. Not wet, tacky. Then you can put it on your eye. And for my final product of essentials, I cannot express this enough. If you take anything out of this product list, I know this is a longer video, please, if you're gonna use false lashes, I highly, 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 highly super recommend Hell Bites Beauty. Oh my God. When I tell you, the band is so thin. I cannot stand false eyelashes that have the thickest band ever. It hurts my eyes. I can feel them constantly. Oh my God. Especially as an autistic person with giant eye sensory issues, especially, I cannot handle it. I cannot do it. These are an ultimate lifesaver. This is also woman owned. This is also a small business. Hell Bites Beauty. Okay, these are in my favorite, oh, they're upside down. This way, yes. These are in my favorite shape, variety, shape variety, style. It is called Serpent. They are also literally right here. They're like kind of more of an everyday wear for me. Like the second ones, the second row here. Serpent is a very, very, very comfortable wear to where you're still getting like a good volume, but it's not absolutely crazy. They have, obviously you can see my bigger lashes down here for like cosplays or just bigger, more dramatic looks. They have a variety of styles, whether you're wanting smaller to giant drag looks. I cannot recommend this company more. The wearability is insane. I can wear this pair. If I open them up, I could probably get 20 plus uses out of them, and they're like $5 to $6 a pair. These are so long lasting. They fit on your eye so well whenever you cut them and shape them. They are so lightweight. That is the most important part, is the fact that they are so lightweight. They do not give me any eye issues. I love them, especially with my sensitive eyes. They feel like there's nothing there. They look amazing. If you guys have seen any of my photos or videos or anything in the past and I'm wearing false eyelashes, these are the lashes I'm wearing. I don't wear anything else. Only these, in different varieties, but only this company. Hell Bites Beauty. And I think we're gonna wrap it up. That is all for my makeup essentials, especially in 2024. All products and their descriptions or whatever will be linked in the video description down below. So if you wanna check out any of the brands or you forget which one you liked the most or what it was called, it's all right there for you. I know this was a longer video, but this was highly requested to do so, and I wanted to at least give you guys some products rather than doing a full face just yet. That is also to come on the channel as well. If you would like to find me on any of my other socials, you can find me at conwaytitty.com. That is conwaytitty.com. I also tag a lot of my products too whenever I do stuff on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that. But I appreciate you guys sticking through it and watching it, and I hope you found something that you're just gonna absolutely love. I love sharing products that work really well with you guys. Let me know your favorite beauty products down below in the comments. I also love finding new ones. But other than that, you guys stay safe, keep hydrated, get some sleep, and I'll see you on the next one.